And with qualifying at a close, we do have 18 cars taking qualifying times tonight. We will jump into heat race number 1. First up, Mr. Samuel Etter will be on the pole for heat race number 1, followed by Joseph Smith, Mr. Charlie Sheen himself, with Josh Berkey out of Ames, Iowa. Looks like he's racing for Victory Fuel, Dewey Ford, Hodel Racing, and Miller Time Motorsports tonight. And last season's champion, Mr. Craig Silby, racing out of Auckland, New Zealand, will be in 4th. Rounding out the last row, last row will be Chris Johnson out of Las Vegas, Nevada, with Austin Thornton rounding out the field in 6th place. Looks like Samuel Etter did take an EOL for this heat race. Not feeling comfortable, I don't think, so that will put Josh Berkey up on the pole. Hey, Big Pookie, thank you. Rooting for 21. Let's go. We are green for the B-Main Bandits Racing League 4 Crown Series. The season just started. Josh Berkey will lead them into 3 and 4, followed by Joseph Smith, Craig Silby, and Chris Johnson right on his heels. Chris Johnson trying to work that high side. Craig working the low. See if they can make any ground on Joey Smith. Berkey is starting to walk away from Smith just a little bit here, with Craig Silby looking underneath Joseph Smith. You can see the margin of the distance between these two. Craig Silby trying to do something on the bottom, but the top line does have a little bit more momentum right now. Joey trying to work side by side with him, but Craig does get it done going into 1. And will start pulling away as he sets his sights on P number 1. Craig Silby looking to come out strong in heat race number 1 tonight. In the back, we do have our first caution. Go back and take a look. Looks like Mr. Samuel Etter was the issue here. Heading into 3 and 4. Oh, just overcorrects just a little bit. Gets down on there, and he goes straight to pit road. So we will have a single file restart here tonight. All the B-Main Bandits restarts on dirt are single file. So you will have Josh Berkey in P1, Craig Silby right behind him in 2, Joey Smith, Chris Johnson, and Austin Thornton rounding out the field. My apologies for the overlay here, guys. Should be showing laps. Okay, 3 to go as we fire back off. We got Berkey and Silby side by side at the line. Looks like Silby might be able to get around him. Silby on the low side, Berkey up top. Who will come out supreme in heat race number 1? So far, it is the New Zealander with the advantage. He's got about half a second on Josh Berkey. Berkey doing everything he can as they come to the checkered flag. It will be Silby in P1, Josh Berkey in P2, Joseph Smith following only 1 position to P3 with Chris Johnson and Austin Thornton. We will get into heat race number 2. Starting on the pole, Mr. Richie Joplin. He had a strong running last year, even on the dirt. So we'll see how he does. To his outside will be newcomer Ted York, racing out of Camden, New York. Right behind Richie will be Rylan Gray in the P4 spot, followed by the Lizards pick tonight, Ryan Paget. He had a strong showing in Tulsa. What can he do here in the B-Main Bandits? And rounding out the field, we will have Daryl Klum in P5 or P6 with John O'Brien rocking P number 5 out of Bosque Farms, New Mexico. The field is set, guys. Let's see if the Lizard pick reigns true and see if Mr. Paget can pull it off here in heat race number 2 and get a strong position for the feature. Lights are off on the pace truck. It's pulling down. And Richie Joplin fires. We are green once again here at I-55. Richie taking off and immediately jumping to that high side. Paget looking low. Will he go from 3 to 1? No, he won't. He chokes and hits the inner wall. No caution as of yet. But that'll drop Ryan Paget back to the back as Richie Joplin and Ted York are fighting for the lead. Rylan Gray trying to stick his nose in there on the low side, throws the slider, gets a 2-for-1 in turns 1 and 2, and works his way up to the high side to gain that momentum as Joplin and York are fighting for P2, trying to chomping at the bit to just get up there with Gray. And Gray is starting to check out now. York does get around Joplin, going back down to the low side, seeing if he can gain any speed on Gray. As Gray has moved out. Oh, we do have an incident between Joplin and York. Go back and see what exactly happened there. Oh, Richie just gets in there hot. York was sideways. They do make contact, but white flag lap coming to the checkered, and Rylan Gray will take his first B-Main Bandits heat race victory here in week 1, followed by Ted York, Richie Joplin. Paget does make it back up to P4, so he will maintain his position. Daryl Klum and John O'Brien round out the field. Heat race number 3 on its way, as we do have on the pole Mr. Eric Parsons, followed by longtime B-Main Bandits member and admin Mr. Mike Henry Jr. Great to see him back out here. Andrew Thornton will be P3 out of Granbury, Texas, owner of the B-Main Bandits Racing League. And to his outside, you will have the Wonder Boy himself, Mr. Jackson McLean. And in 5th, we will have... No, I am sorry. In 5th, we will have Logan Hoskins, racing out of Texas, with Trevor Doyle rounding out the field. Mr. Trevor Doyle racing out of Beloit. Don't know what state that is, but hey, Beloit, there's your shout out, guys. 2 great heat races so far. As the lights on the pace truck go off, we will get lined up for heat race number 3 here. Looks like Mike Henry did take the EOL, so that will move Jackson McLean up onto the front row as they fire. We are green at I-55 for the 3rd heat race of the night. Jackson working that high line on Andrew. They are side by side. Andrew is known for his catfishing on the bottom. Can he do anything to stay with Jackson? Jackson going to the low side, trying to find that speed. Working Parsons as there is contact. Oh, massive crash. Let's go back and take a quick little look here. So you had the contact down below as Trevor Doyle in the one machine working up there. Oh, Jackson just taps the wall, gets into Eric Parsons, and Eric slides up the track, and man, Trevor just had nowhere to go. Rough shot for those guys. Just some great racing out front. That will throw Jackson McClain to the back, assuming he is taking responsibility for that. So Wonder Boy will do the first challenge here in heat race number 3. But he's going to have to face a strong competitor up front, as league owner Andrew Thornton has regained the lead here, or gotten the lead for the first time. It's like he is followed by Trevor Doyle, Mike Henry Jr., Logan Hoskins. There's so many new guys out here, new paints. It's going to take me a few weeks to recognize all these guys. Logan Hoskins at P2, Mike Henry Jr. in 3, Trevor Doyle and Jackson McClain rounding out the field as we are green. Andrew will shoot it to the high side, trying to gain that momentum into 3 and 4, rocking that cushion as he's got Logan Hoskins working the bottom. They are side by side. Who can hold it? Andrew gets a better run out of 1 and 2. But Hoskins is staying with them as they are side by side once again at the line. Great battle up front as Jackson McClain has worked his way up into 3rd. Oh, looks like Logan Hoskins did hit that inner wall, spinning it. No caution as of yet. That will drop Hoskins back and give Andrew Thornton a massive lead here over Jackson McClain, who is coming quickly, but he only has 2 laps to do it. Can Wonder Boy catch Andrew, and can he not only catch him, but can he get around him? White flag is out. Barney's throwing the white. Who's going to cross the checkered first? Looks like it will be Andrew Thornton coming out of 4, taking his first heat race victory of the season here at I-55, followed by Jackson McClain, Trevor Doyle, Mike Henry Jr., and Logan Hoskins. And just like that, guys, we are into the feature tonight. Okay. Front row will be Mr. Richie Joplin with Joey Smith to his outside. And P3, Wonder Boy Jackson McClain getting a great draw on that invert with Ted York to his outside. Row 3 is Josh Berkey with Andrew Thornton to his outside. Rylan Gray comes in at P7 with Craig Silby, last year's champion, starting tonight from P8. Then you have Chris Johnson and Trevor Doyle on row number 5 with Ryan Paget and Mike Henry Jr., P11 and P12. Then 13th will be Daryl Chum, John O'Brien, Samuel Etter, Eric Parsons, Logan Henry Jr., and looks like Logan Hoskins has not taken to the grid. We do have 17 cars on track currently. Lights are out on the pace truck. We will be going green this time by for the B-Main Bandits' first main event of the season. Richie Joplin fires, gets a great jump out there over Jackson McClain, rocking the high side, and it is pandemonium behind these guys, going 3 wide. See Berkey trying to work there on Jackson McClain. So much racing. We do have a crash and our first caution of the night. These guys are just going for it, acting like this is the finale of the season here. Looks like we might have had some issues with maybe some net code, maybe guys blinking. Try to find out where this exactly happened first. Oh, looks like Berkey just lost momentum, and everyone else is just on the gas and had nowhere to go. We did get 3 laps down in that fray. So they will line them up single file, get them rocking and rolling here, as it is Richie Joplin and Jackson McLean 1 and 2 with Ryland Gray, Andrew Thornton, Ryan Paget, Daryl Klum, Chris Johnson, Craig Silvey, John O'Brien, and Trevor Doyle rounding out your top 10. Lights are out on the pace truck. We are going green this time by. Richie will fire. Jackson looks low. Doesn't pass him before. As Richie just... I don't know what Richie was doing there, guys. If you guys watched it live, we're not going to go back and take a look at it. Looks like he was just trying to fight these guys hard and just overdrove the corner and straight into the wall. Rough night for Richie. Definitely not what you want to see out of Richie Joplin tonight. Definitely had higher hopes for him, but sometimes that is just how it goes. Guys get aggressive here on dirt, and it just doesn't work out sometimes. 4 laps down out of 30 tonight. Pace truck lights are off. We are getting ready to go green as they rack them up. It is Jackson McLean, Wonderboy, leading them to the green, followed by Ryland Gray, Andrew Thornton, and Ryan Paget. Wonderboy stacking them up, getting ready to fire as he goes. Cuts down the track, takes the green, and we are back underway here at I-55. See if he can start building a lead on these guys. As Andrew Thornton is trying to hold off Ryan Paget. Getting side by side there. Definitely looking underneath Andrew. These guys are running that wall, trying to find any grip. And when I say running the wall, it's either the top or the bottom wall tonight, guys. They do not discriminate top or bottom here at I-55. It is wherever you can go. Craig Silvey has worked his way up into 5th as he sets his eyes on Mr. Ryan Paget. As Paget touches the wall, trying to ride a fine line, and it just overstepped. Let's go back and take a look. Watch Mr. Paget here. See him working that bottom, and you can see it starting to slick off just a little bit. And he just touches that left front right there. Great job by most of the guys there to avoid Ryan. Hopefully the car is not too hurt, and he's able to jump back out here and get to it. Now, while we're at it, let's go ahead and talk with our leader, Mr. Jackson McLean. Wonderboy, how's it going up front there, buddy?
All right. Working out.
Yeah, who's your biggest worry coming up through this field right now?
It looks like it's going to be Mr. Ryman Gray right behind me, but we shall see.
Well, hopefully you're able to keep fighting them off here. Let's watch your restart here. And he fires, guys. What you thinking, Jackson? Oh, you're looking low.
Bottom looks good so far, so hope I'm going to stay down here for the time being until I see Ryman poke his nose out on my outside.
Then you can just jump straight up to that wall. Is that what you're thinking, buddy?
Yeah, probably just land him if I got to.
Well, you guys heard it from Wonderboy himself, guys. He's riding the bottom, riding that fine line. As you see just how close he is getting here. Great view from our leader tonight. Some great action all around. These guys are duking it out here as we are once again under caution. Oh no, it is Mr. Tulsa himself. Looks like Ryan does get into another incident here. Working his way around, guys. Throws a slider. Oh, throws a slider and just gets run over. Might have been, I don't know who that was. That was the one car of Mr. Trevor Doyle that did get into him. Unfortunate for Ryan. He is definitely fast here. Hopefully he can get some repairs on that car and get back up here and try to salvage a great finish in the Midgets. As they run, guys, we have Mr. Jackson McLean followed by Rylan Gray, Andrew Thornton, and Craig Silby. Your 1 and 2 finishers from last season's championship, they're lingering there. As we are back green, once again, Jackson will lead them into 1 and 2. Dropping down low, Rylan is touching that wall, trying to use every bit of real estate he can. Andrew is following him. You guys heard it from Jackson. He is going to be on that bottom until he sees Rylan getting around him. Oh, there we go. We got a slide for the lead. Can Wonderboy cross him over? We are back under yellow once again here at I-55. Looks like Daryl Klum was the cause of the caution. Let's go back and take a look here. Daryl having issues running that middle line. Oh, the car kicks out. Him and Berkey touch wheels, and anyone that runs these open wheel cars knows you go wheel to wheel, someone's about to fly. Unfortunate for Berkey. He was doing great. Has a really fast car. He's always fast in these midgets. We'll see if he can get out here and jump back into a possible top 10 situation. Currently it is, here's your top 10. Jackson McLean, Rylan Gray, Craig Silby, Andrew Thornton, Eric Parsons, John O'Brien, Logan Hoskins. Oh, my SDK is updating. Logan Hoskins, Joseph Smith, Chris Johnson, and Richie Joplin rounding out the top 10 as we get ready to go green here at I-55. Short caution laps, short pace laps to get these guys back racing. Jackson takes a different line, working that top, but you see Mr. Craig Silby, last season's champion, working that bottom, trying to work around Rylan Gray. As we have a battle for P2, Jackson's just hoping he can start walking away as these guys fight it out. A tale of two lines here. Correction, a tale of three. As you just saw Andrew Thornton try to throw that slider line, but don't know if it's really working. You have guys throwing the slider. You guys have guys throwing it right against the wall. Not too many are down on the bottom anymore. As you see, even with these underpowered midgets, the momentum on top on this small track is such king, and it's going to make it hard to pass. These guys are going to have to throw some massive sliders to do anything. As we get single filed out, Jackson McLean does have a 1.5 second gap over Rylan Gray. As we are once again under caution. Looks like Logan Hoskins may have had some issues here. Him and Joey running that top. Oh, again, guys, you cannot touch those wheels. Doesn't matter if it's another car or if it's the wall. It does not work out. Don't know how many guys are going to have to learn that lesson tonight. But with 13 laps to go, Jackson McLean still holds on to the lead. He's been able to hold off Ryland, but Craig Silby is lurking. He's gotten around Andrew Thornton. Can he get around Ryland to come out here and have a classic Silby and Wonder Boy battle? Only time will tell. Lights on the pace car are off. It will be pulling down pit road this time. Jackson McLean buckled in, got those belts tight, and we are fired once again here for Green Flag Racing at I-55. Wonderboy trying that slider line in 1 and 2. As Ryland throws the slider, crossover. We are under caution once again. It looks like Eric Parsons and Austin Thornton involved. Question is, who will be the leader at the time of caution? Let's go back and take a look here. Mr. Eric Parsons racing with Andrew Thornton. Gets into the wall. Gets in with a 4-car. Just playing bumper cars here, guys. Bumper cars and open wheel midgets does not work out. Looks like Eric does get it going. Has a little bit of damage. But we did have Mr. Austin Thornton flipped over on the backstretch. This definitely isn't what league admins want to see. They definitely want to see green flag racing, but with how tight I-55 is with these midgets and the way these guys have been duking it out, things are bound to happen. Don't believe anything intentional here tonight. These guys are just racing hard. You got the new guys trying to establish themselves with the old veterans, just trying to hold on to their dominance here. Got a good mixture of veterans up in the top 10. You do have Jackson McLean, longtime runner. Craig Silby, who is a champion here in B-Main. Andrew Thornton, the owner. Joey Smith and Mike Henry, who have been around for a very long time on these dirt. With Richie Joplin, who did race last season, mixed in there with John O'Brien. So far, veterans are on top. As we get ready to be racked and loaded here, we are green once again at I-55. Both Ryland and Jackson go to the top. It's been a great battle all night. Ryland will throw the slider. Jackson with the crossover going into one. They are side by side at the line. Jackson gets a great slider in 1 and 2. Maintains the lead, working the top. These guys are just throwing haymakers at each other as Craig Silby's trying to get in the mix. Can Craig come in here and throw another slider? Oh, we have another caution. It's like we have Mike Henry. See what happened here. Mike has been running in the top 10. Oh, he just touches the wall a little bit too much. Just can't get it off and sends that midget over. Sticks the landing, though. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for you, Mike. Good job getting it back up there. But unfortunately, because he was stopped on the track, that will make it a caution flag, as we do officially have a new leader in Ryland Gray. First time tonight, he will be the one firing for the green. What does Jackson have for him? This is unfamiliar territory for Jackson. He's been in the lead all night. Can he go aggressive and be able to attack Ryland and get this lead back with 9 to go? Pace lights are off. Stacking it up. They fire in 4. Ryland takes off and has a good jump over Jackson. Throws the slider line. Jackson now has to defend off Craig Silby. Definitely not who you want to see in your mirror as Ryland Gray starts walking away from Jackson and Craig. Craig working the bottom. Can he find anything? Craig does have Jackson at the line. 6 laps to go. The fight for the top 3 is getting heavy. Jackson led arguably the most laps tonight, but just not getting a good enough restart to stay up there with Ryland as Craig Silvey does take P2. Jackson's up in the wall, but can he get back up there? Craig pulls a half-second gap on Wonderboy. 4 laps to go. Can Craig get up there and capture his first win of the season? As Ryland Gray is walking away, we are single-filed out now for the moment. John O'Brien having a great running, getting up here into 5th. Joseph Smith in 6th. Eric Parsons is up in 7th. Mike Henry works his way back up into 8th. Richie Joplin having a respectable top 10. But Ted York, newcomer, running in 10th. Oh no, while we were doing our field rundown, we did have another issue for the caution. Unfortunately, it looks like it was Craig Silvey, your front runners. Oh no, Craig just making the rare mistake. That is not something you see typical of Craig Silvey. And that will work him back into 9th position. But that allows Wonderboy one more shot here at Ryland. Pace lights are out on the pace truck. 2 laps to go. 2-lap shootout here at I-55. B-Main trying to do their best impression of JBSRL's finish here. Ryland takes off. Jackson does not have a good restart. The question is, did Ryland go early? That will be up to league admins to speculate. Ryland takes off to a pretty healthy lead. Final lap, white flag is out. Jackson McLean will not have anything as he has to defend from Andrew Thornton. Strong showing tonight from the B-Main boys. Great first race in the Midgets here. Great way to come out and get the new season going. The new gun, Ryland Gray, does get it done. Jackson McLean in P2. Andrew Thornton, P3. John O'Brien comes home in 4th. Mike Henry gets a top 5, so he does recover from that flip. Richie Joplin makes it up into 6th with Joseph Smith in 7th. Eric Parsons, Craig Silvey coming home 9th. Ted York in 10th. And the rest of your field, Austin Thornton, Daryl Klum, Chris Johnson, Logan Hoskins, Ryan Paget. Unfortunately, the Lizard pick didn't work out tonight. He comes in 15th. Josh Berkey in 16th. Trevor Doyle and Samuel Etter rounding out the field. What a fight, guys. What an absolute fight. These guys did everything they could tonight. Let's get in here. Let's get some interviews going. Andrew, it's that up here in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I got you, bud.
What a crazy battle you guys have been doing all night. How was it watching Ryland and Wonderboy duke it out up there? And did you have anything for these young guns?
Oh, Ryland and Jackson, I had enough to keep pace with them. I had enough. I didn't have anything as far as trying to catch them, and I was kind of accepting my fate for finishing 4th, and I didn't expect King Craig there to grab the tire out of 4.
Well, you definitely got a gift there That is a rare mistake from Craig. Unfortunate for him as he does come home P9 on the night, but gets you your first podium of the season and really starting to set you up for possibly your first championship run here.
Really early to say anything like that, but I will definitely say it's a good start.
Hey, championships are won throughout the season, buddy. Just keep it up, and we'll see you out there for the Silver Crowns.
All right, buddy.
So that was P number 3. Let's pull up Mr. Wonderboy, Jackson McLean, coming home P2 on the night. You led most of the night, man. What happened there with you guys on those final restarts?
I started getting loose coming out of the turns, and so off of every restart, I would get a little loose, get a little sideways, and I think he started timing them a little bit better. So then I tried to block the bottom and slide up, and I think a bit of a lucky caution and a good slider by him, he got the lead and just led the rest of it.
So, do you think if you could have had better restarts there that you had anything for Rylan?
I don't know. He found the bottom quicker than I did. I wish I would have moved down a little sooner to try and block him off. So he was pretty fast. I think I could have kept up with him a little better if I had some better restarts. He was jumping me quite a bit. So,
well, still an amazing showing from you tonight. I know you had to miss a couple races last season, so you weren't really in the championship fight. But are you going to be able to make more this season, and hopefully we can see you back up on top?
I should be able to. I hope so. We'll find out.
Well, this is a great start to your season. And, I mean, first podium of the season. We're going to see you out there for Silver Crowns?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. We will see you here in a little bit. And great run tonight. Good luck in the Silver Crowns. Okay, that was P2. Let's talk to tonight's winner, Mr. Rylan Gray, coming out here in his first showing with the B-Main Bandits. Great run tonight. You had a great battle with a longtime veteran in the league, Jackson Wonderboy McLean. How'd you get it done, buddy?
Oh, yeah, Peevely's normally on the bottom, so it was kind of unexpected to see it move up, but I was just, trying to hit the cushion as hard as you can because it's just maintaining the right rear, and the grip is so dependent now with the new build. So it's just about finding grip wherever you can. And I was just trying to get around Jackson as quick as I could before I knew to move back down. And thankfully, right as I got him, I could see Silby was starting to make some ground on the bottom, so I just moved down there.
Yeah, and definitely would have been a great battle to watch you and Craig duke it out there at the end, but Craig did make that very rare mistake, but did give you a great chance at another great restart to come out here and get your first win of the season. Great to have you out here, buddy. We going to see you in the Silver Crowns here in a moment?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, you have the championship lead now, man. Let's see how you do on the asphalt and see if you can keep it up. Great run tonight, bud.
Yep, thank you.
Well, guys, that was your top 3. That was the first race of a 20-race season for these guys. 10 weeks, 2 races each week. What a season we have in store if all the racing is like this. I cannot say enough. These guys are out here to fight. 18 cars on this small track. If we get 18 out there at Charlotte in those Silver Crowns, you guys are in for a show. Till then, guys, we will be back momentarily with the Silver Crowns. See you guys soon.